furniture and appliances.
In the States during the summer months, and then during the winter, the summer months, they go to China, Korea, Japan, even so.
Okay, so you tour around and you demonstrate tricks, or you demonstrate, what exactly are you doing?
We pretty much just perform our stunts for the kids and the audience, and then afterwards you entertain questions, sign autographs, and that sort of thing, talk to the kids. So.
And you brought along your bike here, very special bike indeed. It's not just any bike. What do you call this?
This is a BMX flatland bike, pretty much. So
what does flatland mean exactly?
Flatland's is one discipline of BMX where pretty much I just use flat land opposed to ramps or street objects or dirt jumps. I just pretty much ride flat ground. So that's where the name comes from.
Now, I noticed that there's some differences on this bike than
for
most
one,
bikes.
It's considerably smaller.
Right.
That's the first, and then just the design. Pretty much, yeah, it's just very different from.
Because you have these things here.
Yeah, that's just
obviously my stilettos. It's not going to work, but.
Just pretty much so I can stand on the next to the wheel in order to perform stunts, and then you'll see the clips, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, let's bring up the clip and have a look-see at all the different stunts. You can walk us through it.
Okay, so this is called a hang 5, and then I believe I go into a hang nothing, which is the same thing just without my feet. And here's another different shot of it.
Wow. Now, how long would it take you to learn that particular stunt?
I think I was riding for about 4 years before I learned it. This was a Carl Cruiser to hitchhiker. It's one of the fancier ones, I guess, to a steamroller, to an opposite half flash out.
Oh, yes.
Is he speaking English still?
I don't know.
These are all the weird names of the tricks. This is a steamroller bar flip. This one I just learned, actually, while I was on tour last summer. So I was very happy about that one. That's probably one of my more difficult ones. This here, I believe, is a half flash to steamroller. I step over to a wheelchair. These are just names that came up.
Right.
And then what I do with this trick that most people don't is I tuck the shirt into my seat, and so I can take off my hands.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little different. The kids seem to like it. So
it's a signature move.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was another shot of it. So
that's amazing.
Now you don't learn this stuff overnight, obviously.
No.
How long have you been riding BMX flatland?
For me, it's been about 6 years now. So back in high school, I used to ride a lot more than I do now, like 5 to 6 hours a night, and then weekends 8 hours, pretty much all day.
5 to 6 hours a night?
Yeah.
Just riding your bike?
Yep, out in the parking lot by myself, music, and by myself. So,
So Prasheel, when you go on tour and you see these kids in the audience watching it, what's their reaction to seeing stuff like this?
The first set of shows I did, it was definitely different and weird. Like, it makes you nervous. All of a sudden, you're in the spotlight. Eventually, you get used to it, and it's good, though. Like, to see the kids, and, like, I've taken so much from the sport already. To me, and to inspire someone to hopefully get into it, that's my way of trying to give back, I guess. So.
Now, have you reached the pinnacle of your career, or are you still learning?
No, there's always learning to be done, regardless of what level you're at. But for myself, I'm not even into the professional class yet. Not sure if when I will make the jump or whatever. I'm still trying to climb my way up the expert class, I guess. So
there's two classes. There's the expert class and the professional.
Yeah, it just sort of differentiates the two levels. Like, obviously, if you've only been riding a couple of years, you can't. It's hard to go against someone riding for 20 to 30, which some people do. So they just divvy it up into two different classes, sometimes even more for a beginner or amateur.
So is there criteria that you have to meet to move up to the next level?
No, whenever you pretty much personally feel that you're ready to make the jump. The only difference is usually a professional costs more money to enter that level. Mind you, there's bigger payouts for winning, but if you jump prematurely, you're at the bottom. So.
Yeah. Is that the ultimate goal for you, I guess, to reach that level?
Not really. I've already taken myself further than I ever thought I would. So for me to just continue riding my bike to have fun, that's my goal. So.
Great.
That's a good goal to have. Now, besides riding, doing this sort of thing, what else do you do?
Right now, I'm just a full-time mechanical engineering student, so that takes up too much of my time. I get to ride my bike sometimes once every weekend, usually every 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks or so.
And you have a show coming up in Ottawa very soon. Tell us a bit about that.
It's May 7th. I don't really know more details. My managers are... It's on a need-to-know basis. Basically, they'll get back to me soon enough, hopefully, with more details as to where it is.
Right.
Basically, you can check out their website, crazecrew.com, CRAZECREW.com. And then pretty soon we're going to have a list of all the shows we're doing this summer, where they are, and then you can contact info if you want to book shows as well. So,
if there's somebody at home and they want to learn how to do something like this, what is the best characteristic to have?
A whole lot of patience and dedication, especially with this aspect of the sport. It takes, like I said, I've been riding for 6 years, a lot of hours each night sometimes, and I can go to the parking lot, ride 10 hours a day, and come out with very little progression. Sometimes it breaks someone's spirits, but for me, I just keep going. So.
Now, is this bike custom made, by the way? Are these available in Ottawa?
They are, in parts. This was all pieced together from my own personal selection. I like this part from this company, this one from this company. Joseph at Joe Mama on Bank in Pretoria, he helps me out, so I can get some parts through him and then pretty much piece it together how I like.
Kind of build your own bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You don't just buy one that you go in and you have to have, like, why did you choose, let's say, those particular pegs over another?
I like the feel and design, like, so this bike you can't go into a store and see it hanging anywhere.
Right.
This is pretty much, after 6 years, I've built and modified parts and just like switched out parts, and this is what I came out with that suits my style at the moment. So maybe next year I might be riding something that's slightly different, but it goes along with my progression. As I progress, for instance, I don't have any brakes on my bike. After about a year...
Oh, slight problem.
After about... I don't. I just keep going, I guess.
Of course. He's a pro.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Again, the Craz-E crew, and if you're interested in hiring them for an event, please give them a call. Their information is up on the screen. Don't go away. We're going to be talking about fire history when we come back.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cool.